How on earth did that only end up 3-1 to Barcelona? Barcelona, the chances. Elche 1, Barcelona 3. And for this game, I had to bring on someone, esteemed guest, one of my best friends, obviously, from day, and obviously a very, very big Barcelona enthusiast, Aaron. From watching Barcelona through the Bobby Robson eras, all the way through Rijkaard, and obviously Pep Guardiola. This is crazy, Aaron. You had to watch that match, and you've been watching Barcelona, obviously, in the Champions League, watching some of them in La Liga, and I had to bring you on because I was like, what on earth is going on, people? Wow. What's going on? Wow. This is crazy to me. Make sure you smash the likes, people, and make sure you comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. Do all that jazz because I have no idea how Barcelona... It shouldn't end up 10-1 to Barcelona.
It should have been about 17-1 or something like that, honestly.
It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I wanted to bring on Aaron, just a little context here, because Aaron was watching Premier League football and I was like, okay, cool. Make sure you check out Barcelona and Elche because Elche play some good football. And we obviously we love watching good football. And I was like, okay, cool. Just for this episode, let's bring Aaron on. And bro, just tell me about that match. Tell me about that game, the chances that Barcelona, Ferran Torres, mate, what was he smoking?
Mate, oh my God, he missed so many chances, bro. Honestly, it was crazy. It was crazy. I tell you, as a person that watches Premier League all the time, to get a treat like that, I should watch Spanish football a lot more. I should watch Barcelona a lot more. Wow,
maybe you should start your own channel, Barcelona, because you like Barcelona. I obviously, just to also add more context, I ask Aaron all the time, and he says, if you had to choose a team between Real Madrid and Barcelona, he says Barcelona aged as a
football purist, I'd always choose Barcelona.
But football purity today was on show. We've seen it today, and people keep on thinking I glaze Barcelona. People think I glaze Barcelona all the time, but the reason I look at Barcelona and say, look at the football that's on show. Real Madrid wish they play this kind of football. Mate, but you tell me, Aaron, in your words, those chances, Ferran Torres, the amount of chances in the first half, what was your thoughts on that very first half, just to say it?
I mean, from both sides, really, like give Elche a little bit of credit as well, because they battled away there. But Barcelona, man, like the football is just scintillating, and like, you know, the movement from back to forth, the amount of seconds it takes from getting back from Barca's goal to on the opponent's half into their box it's crazy scintillating. And like I was watching the game, I was trying to like obviously kind of, you know, get my bearings a little bit, and then it's the high octane start. The football was great. YAMA looked really, really good today. Explosive. You know what I mean? Like I know he's had a bit of injury problems, but he looks like he's like near back his best. Like, I mean, honestly, what an advert for a Premier League fan to watch that game and sort of say, I'm definitely going to watch more Barca. But critically, I don't know, the balls from the wings kept on coming into the box. There's some tidy play through the middle, but Barcelona just couldn't finish off all the chances. I was just so surprised. I was thinking, you know, we were texting each other during the game, and you were saying that if Harry Kane or Erling Haaland was up front for Barca, and like getting these chances in other leagues, man, it would be crazy. Are we saying that Barca do this every week?
They do this every week. Yeah, they do this every week. Against Sociedad, it was the same thing. Sociedad, they lost the game 2-1. They had about 20 million chances. And guys in the chat, let us know, because I have just completely just looked at the match and saying, Ferran Torres, what are you doing? The amount of chances, and people in the chat saying, we got one guy saying he's ripping his hair out seeing Ferran Torres play. And I'm like, if Lewandowski has those chances right in front of goal, he's tucking them away. Let's be honest.
At least half of them.
At least half of them. At least half. So what on earth are we seeing when we watch Barcelona and saying Barcelona could easily, the amount of chances they have across La Liga and across games, they could easily be on 70, 80 goals by now.
Oh,
the
man,
amount of chances they make.
It's an insane style of football, Dave. Honestly,
exactly.
Like that much commitment to attacking.
Yeah,
I was really surprised with the limited amount of goals Barca scored today, and I think
yeah,
rightly so. That Barca fan saying he's got to be ripping his hair out because that was
absolutely. SRT says we should start Dave as our number 9. Bro, play semi. I did actually play semi-professional football in Cyprus for Salamina, and I will be putting those balls into the back of the net. Pause, big time, mate.
Big Dave.
Unbelievable. I was watching it and I was like, okay, so the first goal was absolutely sensational, mate. That cut through pass by Dani Olmo, mate, from that area, and it came from literally a floated over the top, headed it down.
Well. Yeah.
Just absolutely cutting them open like a hot knife through butter. And then you see Yamal like crucifying players left, right, and center. And Rafinha even had chances before he came off, which is obviously one of the talking points. But I'm just absolutely blown away by sometimes the style of football that Barcelona play. How are they literally playing like this? And it's literally just basically like how the match should have ended should have been at the very first half whistle. Yeah, that's what it should have ended at. It should be there. It should be like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1 for Barcelona. It should have been a
mauling, basically.
It should have been absolutely crazy. And it's a great advert for La Liga to watch this kind of football because Barcelona, but they should have Hansi Flick, the little hair he has on his head, he would have been pulling it out at halftime. Imagine him, guys, and just for context, imagine Hansi Flick in that dressing room at halftime. He would have probably backhanded the majority of players because they could not finish at all. And obviously, when Ferran Torres came off, and you had the likes of Lewandowski come in. You had Rashford, the one-on-one that he missed. As a Man United fan as well, Aaron,
I'm used to it.
Seeing it. Exactly, you're used to it. Exactly, and it's absolutely crazy how these players, like, they can miss these God-given chances. And it just begs a question, like, if Barcelona are playing probably against an even tougher team and they miss these chances, then it's a problem for them because European competition is going to be stiff for them because they have obviously got already into the round of 16 in the Champions League. And this obviously begs a question. If you're against, for example, an Arsenal, or you're against a Liverpool, or you're against, for example, Man City, or any team, Bayern Munich, and you have those chances, you need to tuck them away. I'm sorry. Like, this is Elche, fine. But against European competition in the Champions League, they need to be tucked away. And it just screams volumes where they're in front of goal and they don't finish their chances.
So wasteful. And it's just sometimes it's like, it's not even inches as well. Some of them were like way over the bar a little bit as well. And it just needed a bit of finesse today. Can I comment on Frankie de Jong today?
Yeah, Frankie de Jong was absolutely fantastic. Really Frankie de Jong.
His influence over the game was sensational. The commentator said he hasn't scored in a year. I can't believe that. Do you know what I mean? With the way and his influence on the game, I don't know. How the Barcelona fans in the chat thought he played today, but I thought he was the best player on the park by far.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Frankie de Jong, the people laughed at me. Yeah, people laughed at me because I said that Frankie de Jong is a better progressor of the ball than Bellingham. He's a better all-round midfielder than Bellingham. And people laughed at me when I said that. Look, I can stand true and
Bellingham
correct.
Wasn't a high at that point, though, when he
he wasn't a high, but let's be honest. De Jong, the way he's picking out these passes, the way that he's coming in between space, dropping into areas to try and link up the play. And you see Barcelona, what they do with the triangles they always create is crazy. How they build the ball from the defense to the attack is like no other team in Europe. So they are sublime at it.
Isosceles football, mate. Honestly, it's crazy. Yeah,
it is, and it's Hansi Flick. You gotta say it's Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick is the one that's making them work like that. Yeah, but let's go Barca 18 here. It says, can we talk about LAMINE Yamal, guys? Let me tell you something about LAMINE. Yeah, I watch it. Yeah, on beIN Sports the match as well. Yeah, and I'm hearing the Arabic commentators. Yeah. yeah? Lamine. And it's crazy, bro. Brother, you have to watch Barcelona's matches on BN Sports, yeah? Because it just lights up the face, mate. It's crazy, mate. Yamal is incredible.
Yeah.
This guy is just a breath of fresh air in football. And me and Aaron, we had a little debate about this, because we're like, Yamal is bringing us back to football purity, when football is played at its purest form.
Yeah,
exactly. And you can have your Hazards of the past. You can have, obviously, your wingers of the past, like Giggs and Hazard, and these guys who just keep you guessing on which way you're going to go. But Lamine Yamal is bringing football back to that. That's why I always said that Lamine Yamal should have won the Ballon d'Or, because for me personally, the Ballon d'Or should be based upon the best player that I feel at that time. And Lamine Yamal is the best footballer, period, in the world. I don't care what anybody says. He is the best footballer, period. What's your thoughts on Lamine Yamal?
It's watching him play and stuff like that, man. Obviously, as I said, I don't really tune in to La Liga that often, so to me, obviously, that's going to happen more and more and more now. But watching him play, you talk about football at its purity. Like, obviously, we're 90s like kids sort of thing, so we grew up in an era, as you just mentioned, some of the great players there. And when you look at him, it's like
throwback.
It's like a throwback, but it's like you're looking at a fresh approach of it. It's like do you know what I mean? The way he dribbles, the way he can create chances, the way he can drop the shoulder, the way he can dribble, the way he can step over, the way, do you know what I mean? It's just beautiful to watch. And, it's like sometimes you just like watching the football, you feel like standing up and just clapping.
Applauding,
bit,
yeah,
you
exactly.
know what I mean? Because it is proper high level tech, man. And like, just a joy to watch, man. Barcelona, you're so lucky to have and be able to watch a talent like that every week. You should be appreciative.
Yeah, I honestly think that Yamal is just God-given talent. Like he knows each way he's going, and he just does basics correctly. You understand? He does the basics right, and then he adds flair on top of it, which is just next level. Because I think that Rafinha, the he's not the antithesis of it, because Rafinha's a great player as well.
Yeah,
Rafinha, he puts so many guilt-edged opportunity chances on a plate for people today. Rafinha, when he cuts into that space and he drives into space, he's unstoppable as well. Like, absolutely. And you can see by his pressing also that he does, and what he gives on the pitch, and how he performs for the badge, badge itself for Barcelona. And this is what I keep on saying about Real Madrid. Real Madrid don't have these players, these monsters on the pitch that just perform for the badge. It's a
completely different attitude at Madrid, I think. Completely different attitude.
It's just individualist. There's no team dynamic. When you see Barcelona, you know what's going to happen, yeah? And today was a perfect example. When I saw them playing against Elche, today was a perfect example of, okay, Jong has the ball. Yeah, he delivers it. He either passes directly into De Jong hits a diagonal pass to the left back or right back, or in the side of him, and then literally there's movement behind, there's movement, players going everywhere, and Hansi Flick has drilled this into the team.
But it's like literally 6 to 7 seconds from goal to up front.
Yes,
I mean, it's like, it's like really, mind blowing, and the fact that you can replicate that 10, 12, 15 times. Over and over a half, do you know what I mean? And just like literally, just like stifle opponent. I thought it was David and Goliath walking into the game with Elche and Barcelona. Anyway, when you told me to watch it, I was like, oh yeah, but no, I give Elche a tiny bit of credit. I mean, they had their chances as well, but Barcelona were just too powerful, man. Just
absolutely, super powerful,
too good.
Yeah, exactly. And let's just talk about. I wanted to just do a few minutes on Ferran Torres, because. When obviously we've seen Ferran Torres throughout the years, we assume that he's a technically gifted player. He can do his usual routine in front of goal or outside. Sometimes, obviously, coming in, trying to be in front of that area. But when I look at Ferran Torres, he doesn't suit the number 9 profile that Barcelona needs. He's not going to be that. Yeah, let's just be honest. Barcelona. To elevate themselves. And I said this on the Football Chaos group with all the Real Madrid and Barcelona fans. I said, if Barcelona are to elevate themselves onto the next level, they need Harry Kane and they need a solid set of defenders that don't get beaten by that high line. When Inigo Martinez left Barcelona last year, obviously left, okay, basically they struggled with the high line, and you saw Elche bypassing that continuously throughout the match, including their goal. And when I looked at Barcelona today, and you're just going to say something, is that Barcelona, they just need to outscore their opponent. They're not going to be the most defensively pretty team. They're going to outscore their opponent. But when you have a striker of Ferran Torres, you can't really have the MO behind you because you're not going to be that team. I know Ferran Torres has got his goals. That's fine. But Fermin Lopez also, usual sitter in terms of goal, like really good finisher, missing gilt-edged opportunities. So Barcelona need a Harry Kane.
Look at what Kane does for Bayern Munich. I mean, he just finishes it. He just finishes.
Let me tell you something now, guys, Barcelona fans in the chat. If Kane is in this squad today, Barcelona are winning 10-1 or 10-0 or whatever. They're winning by at least 8 goals. At least. Kane,
some of the chances that were missed.
Every single one that Ferran Torres missed and skied over the bar, Kane is tucking away. Haaland, Jesus Christ. You might as well just kill off European competition right now because the build-up play itself is fantastic. The midfield organization and how they build up the football within few seconds, like you say. And Barcelona, the reason they rip it up in Spain, let me tell you the reason why, is because they play the tempo of Premier League football, but they also play the possession, quick tempo possession of Spanish football. So it's like an intermix. Spanish teams can't deal with that. They can press.
I think that's why it was so highly enjoyable, Dave.
Exactly. It's one of the fastest. When Barcelona play every single week, they play at such a high, quick tempo. You never see it coming. The way they build at the football towards the final end of the pitch. So it's all about how the wings operate, how they drop deep, how Yamal receives, cuts one pass, and then off he goes. So that's Barcelona. And what's your? I think this all obviously is contributed to Hansi Flick because obviously how he builds his teams. And his Bayern Munich team was exactly the same. So what's your rating of Hansi Flick as a manager and like how he sets up his team? What's your thoughts on Hansi Flick?
I think he's top notch, Dave. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, do you know what I mean? Even before Barcelona, do you know what I mean? When Man United were going through their selection of managers phase, you know what I mean? Obviously, people were talking about him, but obviously, I feel like the defense is something that would worry me because obviously, do you know what I mean? Obviously, watching, I'm not trying to go back, but watching the Chelsea game early like mid last year, it was a bit of the evidence of what you're talking about in terms of play over the top and go through. Then you can get Barcelona, and you have to then make it an outscoring game. But I feel like, I mean, tactically and sort of what you see on the pitch, it's probably the best football being played in Europe or the world at the moment. In terms of like direct football, in terms of like, you know, entertainment, in terms of skill, flair, goal scoring. Obviously not today, obviously, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like it could have been a lot more, obviously, given the obviously the right shooting boots on today. But yeah, no, Hansi Flick's a bad boy, man. Honestly, do you know what I mean? I think he's one of the elite.
Absolutely. He's one of the best managers in the world. Let me just put it into context for you. This is comparison to the rest of La Liga, guys, yeah? And you can also have this also, guys, to look at. Because Barcelona, let's just put it into context. They have scored 60 goals in 22 games. That's nearly 3 goals a game.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow.
But the next team down, Real Madrid, have scored only 45 goals. So Barcelona have scored in the same amount of time, obviously with a game to play tomorrow against Vallecano. There's 15 less goals than Barcelona. This screams volumes. Yes, they concede, Barcelona, we know that. But I said before the season, and everybody knows this in the chat, I said that Barcelona will get to 100 goals this season. And it's evident that they will.
At this rate, mate, yeah.
Absolutely. There will be another team that gets to that goal tally, yeah? And looking at the remaining games and how they play, and the only difficult away match they really have left probably is Atletico Madrid at the Metropolitano. So if we look at the games that they have left, they have not that many that are really, really dangerous for them away from home. I'll just read a few of them, yeah? Athletic Bilbao, they're horrible at the moment. They're trash, yeah? So I wouldn't even count them in. Getafe away is the only one that I can see can trouble them, really. Osasuna won't, Alaves won't. And that's it. Valencia won't at the end. There are so many games in La Liga that Barcelona cannot falter. I don't think so. I think Barcelona are going to run away with the league. Real Madrid are going to falter. They look bad. You saw the game, Real Madrid games.
Yeah. Well, we're going to put that down to transitional phase, are we?
Transitional, yeah, whatever. Yeah. But look, people saying, oh, you look really happy watching Barcelona. You look, because they play pure football. Like, can't I watch a good footballing team and say be admirable of a good footballing team? Why not? When Man City were dominating for years, as a Man United fan, you were watching Man City saying they were playing amazing football. So sometimes the objectivity comes through. And another thing that's come through is King in the Making with a big up super chat, $10. Brother, big up yourself. He's from the Caribbean, King in the Making, by the way. Yeah,
nice one, man.
Aaron's from Jamaica, by the way, guys. So I grew up with him in Kennington. So yeah, long time, 30 years plus as mates. Brother, big up yourself. How you feeling about the Rayo game, Dave? Barca were mad wasteful today. Just wait until we go shopping in the summer, bro. Bless up to your guest as well, fam. Big up, King in the Making. Yeah, look, the Rayo game, at the moment, I don't really care. All I want to see is boos, mate. That's all I want to see. I just want to see the fans booing the players, yeah? Let them have a bit of accountability. Because I tell you what, today, Barcelona were wasteful. And they were very wasteful. It could have been easily 6, 7, 8, whatever it is. Yeah, so we just need to look at it and say, Barcelona, they could run away with it, but if they don't take their chances when they can, then that's a main problem. It's a main problem, yeah? It's a main problem. So I think ultimately we're going to be obviously wrapping this live stream up, people, yeah? Much appreciated, all the boss. Guys, let's just, let me just say something. We're going to be doing the 5 things that both me and Aaron learned, because we didn't actually explain it today. We just obviously covered the match. Probably a man of the match. I'm going to say actually Frankie de Jong. I think Frankie de Jong was the man of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to be covering that and more, obviously, on our second channel, which is Dave and Aaron Talks Football. Make sure you go over there, like this video, and also make sure you put Dave and Aaron Raid in the chat when you go over there. And obviously, we're going to be talking about the 5 things that we learned from this Elche and Barcelona game. We're going to be redirecting over there, guys. Now, make sure you subscribe. Take care and peace out, people. And we are going to see you in just literally 2 minutes. Take care, people. Adios.